Hello and good morning, Culers. Welcome to the Undefeated channel. It is time to wake up and Barca, live Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. Barcelona have made some big changes, some new rules for season ticket holders and members, so there will be no more away teams invading the Camp Nou. We're taking measures to stop that. We're talking to you, Frankfurt. We're also going to do updates on Barcelona's 4 summer transfer targets as my hair gets in my face and I have to whip it out of the way. Kounde, Silva, Rafinha, Lewandowski. Updates coming on all 4, plus whatever comes up conversationally. Of course, that's what we do here on the Undefeated channel during Wake Up and Barca. We have a little bit of caffeine. We get our day going, we have some good conversation with the Stash Squad, and we cover the news coming out of the Camp Nou. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on notifications so you know when we're live, and whether you've been here since day one or you're just finding us today, hit that like button before we get things going. All right, so again, new rules for season ticket holders, transfer updates, whatever else comes up, that's what we're covering here today on Wake Up and Barca. Let's get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John.
All right. Good morning to you all. As I mentioned, big news, big changes, I should say, for Barcelona season ticket holders. For those of you that remember, back in March, April, whenever it was, I don't even remember, all right? For those of you that remember, not me, apparently, when Frankfurt came to the Camp Nou in Europa League, it was an invasion of away fans. The stadium was painted white. It was like we were playing at the Bernabeu. It was insane. Had never seen anything like it in the Camp Nou. So Barcelona, of course, had to take measures because what happened there is, as Pablo Wolves Blanco, shout out to my buddy Pablo, explained on this channel, primarily what happened there is Barcelona's season ticket holders and members sold their tickets, gave them up. So yes, anyone could have bought them up, but it ended up being away fans. So Barcelona want to prevent that from happening again. So now there's going to be some rule changes. So this is from Barca Center earlier today, official from Barcelona. In the case of season ticket holders who do not attend, transfer, or release their tickets for any match during the 22-23 season, they will lose their status as Camp Nou season ticket holders for the 23-24 season. Folks, that's huge. That is such a motivating tool to make sure that season ticket holders are not just releasing their tickets and having an empty stadium, or 2, having away fans come and take those seats up. The members who do not attend, it continues, give up or release their seat in 10 games of the season, the club will apply the Cient Lire Inverso. I'm sure I said that right. That's dead on accurate. And notify the members about putting their tickets on sale. The members will have a 72-hour notice to claim the ticket before the match. Okay, I don't hate this, folks. Listen, I'm not big on having a lot of rules and regulations, like just to have them. But something needed to be changed between away fans invading the Camp Nou and the stadium being half empty for most of the matches towards the back end of the season, once it became clear that, what was done is done. Real Madrid were champions. We had our Champions League spot secured. Then it was just like, okay, I guess no real reason to go watch Barca. Am I the only one who watches Barcelona because I love the way they play the game and I'm willing to support them during the ups and the downs while they work things out, while they go through a complete refresh? Am I the only one who's still willing to support this club during those times? I know I'm not. Rhetorical question. I know there's a lot of Culers out there still down for the ride. But many people that live close enough to go to those matches don't. Again, as Pablo was explaining when he was a guest on our show here a couple months ago going over this situation, a lot of what you see filling the stadium are traveling fans, are tourists, myself included. So we got to get the local community back behind Barcelona. Some of that, I think, will come with these La Masia players, Gavi, Ansu, and others coming up that will have that local support again. We'll see. Either way, I like the rules change. I think, again, it's going to prevent an empty stadium. It's going to be harder for away fans to come in because season ticket holders, members are going to want to hold on to their seats themselves or give them to somebody, ideally, that is a Culers. Either way, what do you think of these new rule changes? This is where I'm going to turn to the chat. I'm going to say my good mornings, get things going here. But if you are watching on replay, let me know down in the comments. Keep the conversation going. What do you think about these new Barcelona rule changes for season ticket holders and members? And then once I get caught up on the conversation here and say my good mornings to the Stash Squad, we'll jump over to transfer news. Again, we're going to talk Kounde. We're going to talk Silva. We're going to talk Rafinha. We're going to talk Lewandowski. All updates coming, friends. So stay tuned. And again, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, hit that like button if you are enjoying today's content. I really do appreciate it. All right, good morning, Stash Squad. We got Kounde in the house, of course. We've got Anthony here with us. Mohamed Salir, good morning to you. Finding Timo. I hope that is a reference for Timo Werner. Kudos to you, sir, on that name. That's awesome. Welcome to the community. Alarmed Biscuits, hello, hello. Let me take a little sip of coffee here. My eyes are feeling a little bit baggy. That's good. That's good. Went with a double espresso today. Normally I do a single, a little splash of water. Call it an Americano. My preferred drink of choice, if I had a barista downstairs making my beverages every morning, double shot cortado. Perfect. It's equal parts espresso and milk or dairy substitute of your choice. Sometimes I'll drop a little honey in there, sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. It's delicious. Anyway, I digress. I know we're not here to talk about caffeinated beverages, here to talk about Barcelona, but it happens. It happens. Glenn, how we doing, sir? Good morning to you. Alarmed Biscuit says, I like the rule, but I don't like the fact that fans would be forced to attend. Listen, they're not forced. You bought the tickets, so use it. It's a use it or lose it situation, which I'm a big fan of. I hear you on the interpretation that they're forced, but you're only forced if you make the purchase. You know what I mean? And again, use it or lose it. I'm in favor of it. Andrese, good morning to you, sir. Hollow the Reaper is with us. Hello, hello. Says Hollow is present, Stash Professor. Love it. I love the nicknames that you all come up with for me. Love this community. Tejo says, I'm more concerned about De Jong. We'll catch up on De Jong. I really don't want him to leave, especially not if we have to sacrifice him for Bernardo or Lua. Okay, see, a lot of people feel differently. They say if we were to get Lewandowski and Silva for the sale of Frankie, they'd be in favor of it. But I myself have my concerns, of course. I'm hoping, and I guess assuming, that we are going to be able to afford Lewandowski one way or another. I think I have one pulled up here. There is some. Okay, let's jump over to Twitter. We'll go to La Serena since somebody brought up transfers already. We'll jump into things here. Lewandowski update here from La Señera. There is some uneasiness at Barcelona regarding Lewandowski as Bayern did not respond to the first offer, and they don't know what to expect from the second one. Bayern tells Lua that they count on him for next season. So I've been seeing reports that Barcelona want to get this done before they do their summer tour in January. Their summer tour in July here in the States. So that's a couple weeks away. This is June 22nd right now. So if they want to get this done, they've got like 3 weeks to get pen to paper, to get Lewandowski fitted for his new kit, which he's going to look amazing in. I think we can make it happen, though. The fact that Bayern didn't respond whatsoever to the first offer, if that is true, sure, I can see folks being a little bit nervous about that. At the same time, these reports, how reliable are they? I don't know. Not to shit on the Twitter account, of course. They're quoting somebody else. This is actually from Juan Martí. Okay, this is from Juan Martí. That's actually pretty reliable. I like when they put the source down. So that's pretty reliable. Okay, so let's say this is true. Let's say it's true. Let's say that they didn't respond. Not a big deal. We just got to throw a little bit more cash in there. There are a number of players that Barcelona are looking to get off the books, let's say. So if we were to make a move on any, I would say 2 or 3 of these players, I think that then opens things up for us to first get Lewandowski. I mean, I'm assuming that would be target number 1, right? Am I wrong there? Maybe you know what? I'm going to start a little poll here. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to start a poll. Who should Barcelona target? Well, we'll say, who should Barcelona sign first this summer? And we'll go option number 1, Lewandowski. Option number 2, Silva. Option number 3 will be Rafinha. Option number 4, which I think is all that I have, yes, will be Kounde. And we'll talk about Kounde next, I think. We'll go ahead and ask the community. That poll should be live here in just 1 second. Okay, so questions up. Who should we sign first? Anyway, back to this. If we want to get all 4 of these players, Lewandowski, Silva, Rafinha, Jules Kounde, if we want all 4, we're going to have to make some exits happen, okay, one way or another. Transfers, some loans will be acceptable. I think in the case of Riqui Puig, maybe Mingueza, but Umtiti needs to be sold. And again, bless his heart for restructuring his contract last January so that we could sign players that we brought in that transfer window. Riqui Puig, I would be okay with a loan. At the same time, I'm not going to be heartbroken if you just go ahead and sell him. Oscar Mingueza, same deal. I think his passing from the back, his vision in terms of splitting the lines is incredible. But if we have Kounde, if we have Araujo, if we have Garcia, Pique's still got another year. Christensen's coming in. We might sign Azpilicueta. You get what I'm saying. So Mingueza, you got to go. Goat weight, Xavi is not a fan of, very clearly. He got, I think, negative minutes once Xavi took over at Barcelona. So no Braithwaite. Neto, same deal. Typically, Barcelona will play their second string keeper for Copa del Rey matches. Granted, we did not get deep into Copa del Rey, but even in those matches, and Europa League was also another option to play Neto, Xavi was like, absolutely not. Not going to happen. Langley, Langley is a good player with horrible luck, okay? He just has bad juju. There's no other way to put it. So I appreciate Langley. He had one good season at Barcelona, but then it's basically just been a compilation of womp womp. So if we sell these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, if we can get them to move on, then I think we have room in our budget to see the signings of Lewandowski, Kounde, Rafinha, and Silva. I think all of that can happen. What do we think, folks? I'll again turn to the chat, get y'all's reaction and thoughts, and let me know in the poll, who would you sign first? Who's the priority for you? We've got a striker, we've got an attacking midfielder, we've got a winger, we've got a defender there as an option. Lewandowski, Silva, Rafinha, and Kounde. So let me know. Get your votes in. I'll catch up on the chat here one more time. Cesar Win, love the name. How we doing, sir? He says, Silva, you're joking, right? Why would I be joking about Silva? Have you not been seeing the reports, or are you responding to someone else's comment? Probably responding to someone else's comment. It happens. Brian, good morning to you. Diego, good morning. Greg is with us, says, good morning. Yeah, it reminds me of the 3 p.m. blackout rule that we have here in the UK. Yeah, that's, I think, to stop people from drinking on throughout the day, so they have to have the matches earlier in the day so that folks don't have that much time to party, is my understanding. Tell me if I'm wrong, Greg. Stay blessed. How we doing, my man? Says, I think we should sign a center back first, so Kounde or Koulibaly has to happen. You stupid. Good morning. Says 50 mil is too much for a 33-year-old going on 34, but Bayern has Barca by the you know what. If we want Lewandowski, yes. I mean, here's the thing. If not Lewandowski, then who? Are we going at it with Memphis and Aubameyang as our two number 9s? Or is it going to be Ansu? Are we going to go Ferran on the left? Or, well, we could go Memphis on the left, Ansu striker, Ferran Torres on the right, or ideally Rafinha on the right. That's a possibility. So we have options. The season's not dead if we don't get Lewandowski, okay? I'll say that. The season's not totally done. We're still in contention for La Liga. I'm not going to say we're in contention for Champions League. If we get a center back and Lewandowski, I'd say we'll have a puncher's chance in Champions League. I'll go that far. I'll say that. Flash Mankind, good morning to you. Espa, how we doing? Says Di Maria for a year in low cost or free, or Kounde for 70 million plus a player. Ooh, 70 million plus a player is a lot, dude. I know Kounde's younger and has a full career ahead of him, but that's a lot, man. Finding Timo says, much love from Huntington Beach, California. Much love back to you, Timo. I appreciate you, man. Everyone else, you want to give yourself a shout out? Let us know where you're watching from. We are global here on the Undefeated community. What we're trying to do is connect Culers from all over the world, okay? Especially during these crazy times. There's so much conflict. There's so many reasons for people to argue and get in disputes and this and that. And yes, that does happen here, okay, when you're talking about football. But at the end of the day, I always say it. We support the badge. We support each other. That's what we do here on the channel. We're here for good conversation. So you don't even have to be a Culers. If you like football and you like good conversation, this is obviously the place for you, okay? Doesn't matter where you're from. Come hang out with the Stash Squad. It's a good community. Speaking of good community, there he is. Ayosh. How you doing, my friend? Hope everything is going well. Says no class today. Day off for you. Congratulations, my good sir. I hope you get to enjoy that day. Sahil, good morning. Says, first I want a substitute of Alba. Okay, fair point. I'm very curious to see what happens there because it might end up being Dest still. We may find a right back replacement before we find a left back replacement. And I know pretty much everyone out there watching is not excited about that left back replacement being Marcus Alonso. So that's obviously not even thought to be a long-term replacement regardless. But it may end up being Dest on that left-hand side. It's very possible. I digress. That's conversation for another day. Andrese also says center back first for me, then Lewandowski. You Stupid says Memphis is going to be on the left. We know he's not a number 9. I agree with you. I think he's better on the left. More space to be creative. Opportunity to turn, run at the defender, create those chances for Barcelona. I agree with you. Memphis on the left side is the way to go. Greg says the blackout rule basically means that TV companies are not allowed to broadcast top flight games that kick off after 3 p.m. It was introduced to try to encourage people to go and watch their local team. Oh, okay. Very cool, Greg. I thought it was because of the drinking, but that actually makes sense. That's very cool. Potato Boy, good morning to you. We got some new folks here, so I appreciate everyone coming in and saying hello. If you're new, again, subscribe so you can be part of the conversation. Give yourself a little shout out in the chat. Let us know that you're here and let us know where you're watching from. Kounde is just throwing zingers at Irish this morning. Look out. My goodness. It looks like most people right now are saying that we need a center back. Let me check on poll results right now. Did it come up? Did the poll come up? It looks like it didn't really... Not refreshing for some reason. So let me know, did the poll actually display? We'll give it another minute here. Chris E., good morning to you. Says he didn't see the poll. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking it didn't come up for some reason. Let me see if I end this. And I come back here. Oh, dude. I'm a dum dum. Did I? I think I did. I think I'm a dum dum. Let me check this out real quick. I'm pretty sure I started the wrong stream. Did I? Let's see here. Let me refresh this. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but it's because I'm showing my behind the scenes stuff. Yep, I'm a dum dum. It's okay. No big deal. I'm going to do this. I have to make an update real quick because I did not select I did not select the correct live stream, so I have to delete this one here. Give me 1 second. We'll get back to things in just 1 second here, and this will make sense. So the reason why the poll was not there is because like I said, started the stream, but started a brand new stream instead of clicking on the scheduled one that I had. No big deal. I just have to change that, and then I have to change the thumbnail real quick. It'll just take 1 second, and then we will be good to go. In 3, 2, 1. There's the thumbnail. We save it. Okay. I'm glad I caught that at least. So now we get to go back in and start the poll in the correct live stream. But hey, kudos to all of you for still finding me and coming to the right place, even though I did my best to put up some deterrence there. Okay, now we get to start the poll. I was like, how has nobody responded to this poll? My goodness. All right. Who should Barca sign as first priority? And I know how to spell priority. Priority. And we'll go Lua. There's an A there. Come on, computer. Stay with me. Lua. Silva. Come on, laggy lag time. Rafinha. Or Kounde. Okay. Now the poll is live. Now we're recovered. I guess go ahead and reset the counter. I had like a 2 or 3 day streak there, which is the longest that I've had for a while. But go ahead and reset the counter. I think I'm fixed now. I think we're good to go. Either way, no harm, no foul. We got 30 people in here, so that's pretty nice. Balin says Wesson McKennie and Neymar for Barcelona. I support one of those. I'll let you all guess which one. Again, I'm going to do a special which U.S. men's national team players could and should go to Barcelona. Wesson McKennie is, of course, top of that list, so that will be happening. But that'll be a different episode. Neil Sharma, how we doing? Says, what's good? What time is it there in the U.S.? It is 7:35 a.m., and that's East Coast time. Of course, we have, 3 or 4 time zones in the U.S. But right here, I'm going East Coast times. Anyway, let's see. We have talked about some of this already. Let's see. So we talked about the rule changes for season ticket holders. Okay, we have not talked about Kounde yet. So let's quote Rashad Rahman here. Sevilla do not want players for Kounde, just straight cash, baby. Cash money. They value him around 65 million euros. Barcelona consider him a priority, but Koulibaly, who is very liked by Xavi, is the alternative option. I would like to see what that price tag is on Koulibaly. I think I've heard somewhere around 30 million. So again, Kounde, the younger of the two, he's under 25. More long-term solution, but we have Garcia, we have Araujo. So do we need a third long-term solution, or can we pay half the cost, go for Koulibaly, save a little bit of money, put it elsewhere? You know what I mean? We're going to have to give somewhere. So if our top choice is Lewandowski, Rafinha, Silva, and Kounde, I don't think we're going to be able to afford all four. Okay, first of all, I'll bring this one up here. We'll translate it for those non-English, non-Spanish speakers, I should say. But this is from Maria Garrido. She said, El City no ha recibido ninguna propuesta firme del FCB por Bernardo. Los de Guardiola solo escucharon ofertas less than 80 million euros. No contemplan un intercambio con Frankie de Jong. What they're saying there, through my perfect Spanish, nailed it. No corrections needed. I know I nailed it. City have not received any firm offer. See, speaking all this Spanish threw me off. City have not received any firm offer from FC Barcelona for Bernardo. Those of Guardiola will only listen to offers greater than 80 million. They do not contemplate any exchange with Frankie de Jong. That's coming again from Maria Garrido, very trusted, reliable source on the interwebs. So no official news, no official movement for Bernardo Silva. Again, that is very much tied to the sale of Frankie de Jong. They're not interested. City is not interested in a swap. United are sniffing around. They're loving themselves some Frankie de Jong, especially with Ten Hag at the helm now. So I don't really want that to happen. If it does, then if we sell Frankie, then, I think we get Silva. For me, I'd rather keep Frankie. I think he's more needed at the club right now. I think de Jong with Pedri and Gavi in front of him, please give me that. I want that to be the future of Barcelona. Okay? So I digress. No movement on Silva. I don't want de Jong to leave. We'll see what happens the rest of the summer. Anyway, what else? Have we talked about Rafinha? I don't think we've talked about Rafinha, and that might be the last thing. No, well, there's Dembele, of course. Okay, couple more things to talk about. Rafinha situation. Arsenal proposal reported by David Ornstein. Not enough for Leeds. So Arsenal, get out of here, you cheap bastards. Tottenham told Leeds they want to make a bid. We'll see if that actually happens. Barca, personal terms agreed months ago, but Leeds will never accept 40 or 45 million. They want more like 50 or 55 million euros. I've heard even 60. Who knows? Todd, is it Bowley or Bealey? I forget. Explored situation for Chelsea. So highly rated, highly valued. Everyone's looking for this guy. But Barcelona, again, have that inside man. We've got Deco as his agent, hopefully working things out for us. So if we got those personal terms, again, wait and see what happens with Dembele, who we'll talk about next. Wait and see what happens with Dembele. Wait and see what happens, again, I think with Lewandowski and Kounde as the primary targets, and then we'll work out who's going to be on that wing, because I think we do have other options. Speaking of Dembele, haven't done this in a while, but we'll talk about Dembele. We're back to Rashad Rahman here. It says, new contacts in the last few days between Xavi and Dembele, who has yet again confessed his desire to stay to the coach. The club has told the player that he must make an effort and accept the current offer if he really wants to stay. I am so tired of talking about Dembele, okay? It's been a minute since we've gone to Dembele Cam, but here it is again. I would love to retire, not the camera itself, but the naming rights of Dembele Cam. I want to move on from this. His demands in terms of salary for the year are just outlandish, ridiculous. You don't deserve it, Dembele. You were injured for the first 4 years of your 5 years at Barcelona. You just did not do enough on the pitch, off the pitch. I mean, the reports were that you weren't showing up on time for training, that you were staying up late playing video games, not getting proper rest, pulling hamstring after hamstring. Why would we pay you? It makes no sense, okay? I've said all of these things before. I don't need to keep going about it, but just end it. Just end the saga. Get me to July 1st when his contract is over, please. Enough of Dembele, okay? That's enough. Anyway, we'll turn and get caught up on the chat. My goodness. Let's see. Where do we leave off here? Carlos, good morning. Says, great channel. Congrats. Well, thank you, sir. Glad you found us, and welcome to you. Espa says, do you think we need Silva because we are renewing Gavi, Pedri, Nico's going to stay, Kessier's coming in, Pablo Torre coming in. That's kind of what I'm saying as well. We need people who are more capable of playing on the defensive side of the ball. That's Frankie de Jong. I'm hesitant to give up Frankie for someone who is so attack-minded. I know Silva plays in the midfield for Pep Guardiola over at City, but he transitioned from being a winger. Let's not forget that. And Pep Guardiola has a way of finding new ways to utilize players in positions that they are not natural to. So that's for Pep Guardiola to figure out. I'm not totally sold on Silva in, Frankie de Jong out by any means. Glenn says Nico should go on loan. Fair point. It's going to be pretty crowded in that midfield. Busquets, Pedri, de Jong, as of right now, are the starting three. Gavi is in behind that. Kessie, I think, becomes the fifth midfielder once he joins. That puts Nico at number 6. Maybe we let him go out for loan, but here's the thing. We do need about 6 midfielders, reliable midfielders, to get through the season. Pablo Torre. Forgot about Pablo Torre. Yes, he's signed for Barca B, but I'm thinking he's going to sneak up and play. So that would maybe put Nico at 7. We'll see. Might need to go out on loan. We'll see, folks. It's a good shout. Greg says, get Dembele in the bin. Could not agree more. I just want to see it done. Get him out of here. Do I think Pablo Torre is going to play during the July tour? I would say yes, actually. There's probably a good chance of that. Young player, not a huge name yet, but those who know, and they may want to see him. So I would hope that, yes, we'll see the young Pablo Torre make his debut. BJ, good morning, says, I think Rafinha and Kounde are the priority for me because they're young, but how Barca will manage their salary cap, they can't even register Kessié and Christensen. Just waiting for those financial levers to be pulled. That's all. That's all we're doing here. No big deal. Just got to be patient. We've approved the sale of Barca licensing and merchandise, 49%. And we've also sold some of our TV rights. So we got cash coming in, baby. No big deal. No big deal at all. You Stupid says, Frankie wants to stay. The man wants to take a pay cut just to stay at Barca. He loves the club. That's what I'm hoping happens. I hope he goes under 10 million per year. Get him at like 8 million, something around there. Structure it so that he can work his way back up over the next few years. But I hope Frankie stays. I hope our midfield is Busquets, Pedri, Frankie for one more year. And then I love Busquets, but I want you to move on so it can be Frankie, Gavi, and Pedri. It's exciting times, folks. It's exciting times. Okay. I think that's going to just about do it. We've talked about the new changes for season ticket holders and members. We've talked about Kounde. We've talked about Rafinha. We've talked about Silva. We talked about Lewandowski. We talked about Dembele. We talked about Frankie. All kinds of updates. I appreciate y'all stopping by to start your day here on the Undefeated channel. I appreciate you participating in the conversation. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button to help support the channel. Easiest way to support the channel. Takes one click. I do appreciate it. All right. We are taking this Friday and maybe Monday. I'll let you know about Monday, but we're taking this Friday off. I'm going on vacation. Summertime is for vacations, my friends. It's important to refresh, relax, detach, and reset. Okay, I'm going to miss y'all very much, but we'll be live again Monday with Barcelona news. Okay, I'll let you know if we're going to take Monday off. I'll say it's up in the air, but for right now, I'll say we'll go live Monday. Okay, because I miss y'all. If I go too long, I really do miss the community. So Friday, we're taking a break. Monday, we'll be live. And we'll get back on regular schedule after that. Okay, so again, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all those things that every YouTuber says at the end of every video and yada, yada, yada. I'll talk to y'all very soon. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.